Welcome back, the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. My name is Sage Babalola, and today we are going to be talking about two of the most controversial national issues that we have on our hands. It's been a developing story, but I think tensions began to build on Friday when the US President Donald Trump had designated Nigeria a country of particular concern. As expected, social media, newspapers have been awash with this report and all the comments and all the tweets that have followed this designation by the US president, as well as the response from the Nigerian government, where they insist that Nigeria is a secular state. There is no evidence that, for example, Sharia law or blasphemy laws are supported or have become something of a constitutional mandate. And in fact, Sharia law or these blasphemy laws are only practiced by Muslims, and it is a voluntary system. While U.S. senators, Congress generally disagrees with this position of Nigeria on the issue. Well, the Guardian newspaper this morning said that Trump's warning, where he says that we might see a situation where America would have to intervene, where they will come in gun blazing in his tweet, where he even addressed Nigeria as a disgraced country, where the agents of war might need to come in and bomb these terrorists in his attempt to bring sanity to Nigeria. While they have been opposed to our specific security challenges without the intervention or the one of the loudest regarding how we've trusted you with this for over about 10 years, yes, about a decade. We've trusted the government to deal with this issue. Behind them, if you do not have the grit to go and attack these terrorists, well, maybe the US will be able to do it. But then again, history tells us a story, a very sad story. We've seen America say they were going to, of these countries have been stable ever since then. Till this very moment, Libya has not attained a level of sanity. I don't need to tell you what's going on in Iran. I don't need to tell you the story of Afghanistan, the carnage that is happening there. In fact, as it stands, the Taliban even has a stronger foothold. They have more weaponry at this time. And so if history tells us that America's intervention in countries has never yielded any positive results, what makes Nigeria the exception? What Trump describes it: take care of these terrorists and just leave. There's also been conspiracy theories that maybe this is most eyeing our mineral resources. I would like for you to keep at the come to the fore, and it is our responsibility to bring all these angles to the table. That again, this savior feel indebted to them because we think they've come to save us. However, what they've really come to do is to take our resources. That is one of the plethora of conspiracy theories that have ushered this decision by America. Now, the presidency, after putting out the statement denying allegation of a Christian genocide or supporting the attack with Donald Trump, I think he's also going to see the VP J.D. Vance as well, see how they can reach a middle ground. That instead of an invasion of Nigeria, why don't you give us military support? Why don't you give us weapons? Why don't you assist us to rid ourselves of these bandits rather than coming with a full-scale invasion of the country? I need you to understand that we are now a country of particular concern. It's not the first time. It had happened before in Trump's first administration. Biden, in his, I don't know to call it his benevolence or whatever the case may be, decided to remove us from that list. We were very grateful for it. But Trump is back again, and he has once again put us on that list, country of particular concern. And you're wondering, I mean, it's just the designation. It's not. There's a lot of repercussions that oftentimes comes with being made a country of particular concern. We're talking visa restrictions. We're talking possible aid withdrawal. We're talking of our project execution in the country is heavily contingent on foreign aid. We borrow money from these people. We buy the bulk of our weaponry from the US. Even our health sector. Remember when US aid was halted? Our medical sector was in crisis. People could not buy inhalers. The provisions for antiretroviral medications for those who have HIV became extremely expensive. So a full withdrawal of aid from the US might pose a serious, significant economic challenge for Nigeria. There's also the argument of what a genocide is. Is this a genocide or a massacre? Because if we're talking genocide, what's going on in Gaza is a genocide. The deliberate targeting of a group of graphics are also victims of this situation. Muslims are dying, Christians are dying, people who don't even believe in anything are dying. People who believe in sand are dying. Everybody is dying. They're bombing churches, bombing mosques, taking people's farmland. So is it a genocide? Is if the people who are victims, the demographic is wide. It's not one particular person. There's also allegations of, why are you pretending to care about Nigeria? Nigeria is not the only country that's having a difficult time. Sudan has been having a difficult time for the longest time. DR Congo, it's been carnage. I mean, DR Congo, was it Sudan or DR Congo, where they broke into the female prison, raped all the women there, set the place on fire? Over 68,000 people in Gaza have died. But America doesn't seem to care much. That is the first story. The question is in the comments that I have made. What are your thoughts regarding all these factors on the table? And then our second story, we're talking about the People's Democratic Party. I don't even know the angles to explore with the PDP. The suspension, the counter-suspension, the fact that Justice Omotosho has halted the convention that was supposed to happen, I believe November 8 and 9 was when that convention was supposed to take place. But as it stands, the judgment says that they are supposed to give a 12-day notice to INEC, a notice that they had already given before. In fact, a PDP chieftain is accusing Justice Omotosho that every time they bring a case to the Federal High Court, the judgment is always in court to, I don't know if they're supposed to come and prove themselves. I don't know what the law says about that. I'm not a lawyer. So if we have a lawyer, what is the procedure when a person alleges that the court has displayed bias? Well, what is that process going to look like? We're asking about the future of the PDP. Well, where does the PDP stand? Are they still a viable opposition, especially with the mass defection? Can we still look to the PDP to stand as a formidable opponent come 2027, or we might just start thinking of another alternative? 091360000410, 091360000410, and we have WhatsApp. Hello.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
I'm Balogun from Alausa.
Welcome.
My question has to do with this American intervention in Nigerian political affairs. I'm an argument, but I want to go biblical. Bible says, who made you a ruler and a judge over us? I think we should ask from this question. Who made Trump a ruler and a judge over Nigeria? I mean, like it's been clearly analyzed. American intervention has not brought any good. And it is a case of people who used to come to us, will come maybe from them and we are progressing here. If they used to come here, we came for them and come and capture you here. MK rely on them. They came back, provide his death. That's what made them any good. They are very jealous. They watch you as you go and develop. And they want to knock your head down. Thank you.
All right. Let's take another phone call. Hello, morning to you.
Yeah, I'm speaking on the third from Trump. I think by law, there's a treaty or what do they call it? Maybe under the UN.
The Freedom of Religious Acts. Oh, it's not a treaty, really. It's a bill. It's not a treaty, so you can't party to it.
You cannot just go and invade another country. You understand? An aggressor to them. So, but I want to now mention something. Despite that, this out of it may. If the Nigerian government were doing the needful of, providing security for their people, you understand? You won't find many Nigerians even advocating or supporting or fighting for some everything. So, in a nutshell, all I want to say is that because Nigeria has failed to do the needful, all they do, all the government does, particularly this president, the change services, people will think they are saying they are doing it for the interest of Nigerians. But no, it's because of the coup. All they want to do is to remain in power and power. Where is the list of those that were given as sponsor of? Now you will see this rolling letter just to without attention for a little bit.
Thank you.
So not very well if the Bible let it happen.
Yeah. It's the Religious Freedom Act. That's what it's called. There's the Nigerian Religious Freedom Act. I think that one was in 2020. It would mean that you could sign and agree to the provisions of that treaty, but it's a bill. So you can't be party to a bill per se. I don't know if I was able to explain that well, but hello. Okay, I think you have a bad connection. Who I'm speaking with?
My name is Bola. I'm calling from the Kotu.
All right.
Yes. I just want to shift into the issue of the Donald Trump with Nigeria institution. First, I want the radio station and television, will even contribute a lot to the issue of our program. I want you to tell me one day you see a military or a police in America go down protest of their condition, their welfare, crying. Nobody, no police, no radio station, no television station are, because I know activists are concerned about these people. And the service one are watching them. But I want you to know that if they are gone to save our life, nobody care about them. Nigeria was ruled by military for a year. When they want to hand over to the democratic government, they quickly hand over. Now, without proper arrangement of our security, and the civilians, instead of them to look at this thing, they decide to feed themselves, the politicians. Here we are today. Look at what we are going through. Someone I see that I think in fact how we are going to continue with our look, with our civil because they are still watching them. And we think that they live their life to save the soul, to save the country. When they see the people are doing the people, their life are worse as anything.
Thank you very much for your opinion. Let's take another call. Hello, morning.
Sage, morning.
Morning to you.
My name is Robert.
Welcome.
I'm calling you from my papa.
Welcome.
The UN that one of your condemnation. Who is
A voice note. Send a voice
Good morning,
message,
Sage.
and I would play that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sage. This is Gift from Lagos Island. See, Sage. First off, I could remember years ago when I was working on Lagos Expressway. What is the value of a Nigerian life? Do you get my point? I would always ask myself, we are talking about Christians are being killed, Muslims are being killed. Should anybody even be killed in the first instance? That is where we should even start from. This around with it. We have a National Assembly who was even discussing the issue between human life and issue of livestock. So now that the American president has deemed it fit to IMF to go and borrow money, we don't remember like sovereign nation when we go to the Western community to go and borrow money. Now the Western community should fix insecurity problem. That is the beginning of the solution. Not whether Trump is doing this or doing that. Then for PDP, I told you the last time we spoke that they are not serious people. I see them as comedians, as clowns. So I don't even care about them. And I even feel the PDP is part of the people that have plumbed us to this quagmire.
Sir, please can you turn down your radio? Thank you.
Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Morning to you.
Good morning. This is Gabriel from Lagos. Are you about precisely?
Yes.
Yes, concerning the issue of Donald Trump. Well, everybody has said, the last caller said we are saying this is sovereign nations. If to say when Tinubu was coming, he said, don't pity this issue of American president talking, will not be there. Let us look at all the countries that America has helped. They leave them worse off. Their after is their self-interest, nothing more. The only thing we need is a self-will, a president that can hold the bull by the horn. Now, we know it's quite very, very funny for Nigeria that somebody like, say, Gumi can go and meet Boko Haram in the bush. And the same country, our militaries, we need a president who have that self-will, that can mention, that can arrest those people behind it. It's quite unfortunate. I saw this man, running up and down, fighting against Tinubu because he's not a minister in Tinubu's government today. But these are the people that brought Boko Haram to Nigeria. That is that.
Wait, let's double back.
Hello. Yes, we know the paper is there. Hold on. Thank you. And
No, don't ask me to hold.
Why became president? They were thinking that
I'm asking you a question. What did you say?
We read the paper then. Those people that Buhari, remember?
That is absolutely wrong. Please, let's not start. We have bigger issues to deal with right now than to brought Boko Haram into the country. We have bigger fish to fry. We don't have time for this as a nation. Let's focus on the issue on ground. All right, the name dropping and everything is very, very unnecessary. Let's prioritize. We have a problem at hand. Let's as a nation, talk about the best course of action. Okay, so please, if you're calling, I'd like for you to stay straight to the point. In an attempt to build up the opinion, do not start to drag issues that are somewhat unrelated or mentioning names that do not necessarily serve any purpose to the broader discourse that we're having this morning, so that we're not forced to end the conversation abruptly. Okay, let's focus. I'll pause on calls for a bit. Call on journalists to please verify news before carrying it out to avoid embarrassment. U.S. sanction against Nigeria. I saw it coming before Nigeria reject U.S. proposals to come and be dropping refugee in our great nation. It's time for our leaders to wake up. Issue of insecurity. We've been calling the authorities to take action against the so-called bandits, Boko Haram and headsmen, but no response. Instead, Sheogumi and others are calling on government to compensate to accommodate the so-called bandits into the country after killing the citizens and destroying our properties. I'm using this medium to call on the president to deal drastically with criminals. No more repentance. You have a very complex name, honestly. Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
I can hear you. Good morning.
This is Oluwaseun.
All right, welcome.
Yes, I am calling in respect of this Trump bomb gun running in Nigeria. My dear, let the truth be told. I will make reference also to the same Bible. That and Christians in particular, to the federal government of Nigeria, that we are being killed. They are not telling me that no country that America has gone into that has brought any good. What about the federal government of Nigeria? What has it done to the situation? In short, he who killed must be killed. Good morning, Sage.
Have a great morning. Hello.
See, this is a script that Donald Trump is playing. This is what exactly happened during Iraq. This is exactly what happened. Despite the fact that we thought the sector confirm and say that this guy has not. But because they are after the oil, they have no option that they went to attack Iraq and remove Saddam Hussein to make sure that they gain from that oil. This is what exactly this guy is trying to do. Trump in nature is transactional. You understand? And it's very unfortunate that he understands, you realize that our leaders in Nigeria, but let me ask you.
Let's not resort to name calling, okay, please. Let's not resort to name calling.
Let me ask you this. Is there any IDP camp in the southwest? Is there any IDP camp in southeast? Is there any IDP camps in south? Why is it that the most people are displaced in the place that are dominated by Muslims?
You don't agree that Christians are dying?
Sorry?
You don't agree that
it's not. Why? Okay, do you agree also that Muslims are dying?
Of course, I do.
I'm asking you.
Of course, have you heard the analysis? I think Nigerians. I don't talk about Christians or Muslims. I talk about Nigerians dying because that's like the reasonable thing to do.
The way he put it is not just like they're killing Christians now. The Muslims are not dying.
Alignment's not dying.
No. Nigerians are dying, Christians are dying, Muslims are dying.
Exactly.
But the way he put it, why did he not personalize that only Christians are killing Christians?
But you listen to the analysis.
He could have put it this way. Say, please, I don't understand English, but you can teach me better. But if he can now say that Muslims or Christians are dying, Nigerians are dying, there is no any protection from government of Nigeria, we are coming to help them, then I will not agree with him. Why did he now just remove one particular religion that these people are such people like that? And we are in a country that even the security education is the hand of Christians. I've told you before. The head of DMI, the head of the Inspector General of Police, only these police services that two of them are Muslims. So what are we talking about?
Okay. Let's read messages. We have beautiful morning to all of you in the studio. Fᴏᴜᴜ backs WK without being told. We know it is Fᴏᴜᴜ and co are the ones APC is using to destabilize PDP. Trump treats Nigeria. Okay. I'll just assume you mean Trump's threat to Nigeria is a welcome development since the so-called governance Boko Haram and bandits are busy killing Nigerians in a country that you have a government in place. Since 2015 APC came into power, the citizens of the country have not known peace in all aspects of life. Please, what is the duty of the government? One thing is to grab power and another thing to know how to use the power. It's quite unfortunate. Mayor from Ikotun-Igbe. We have Sage, good morning. If the government is claiming that there's no Christian genocide in the country and that both Muslims and Christians are being killed by terrorists, I can ask the government to produce proof or videos where Muslims are truly being massacred the way Christians are. Secondly, for Wike, he should remember that nothing lasts forever. Taiwo from Iju. Good morning, Mainland FM. Let's be realistic here. This is Oluwaseun from Festac, by the way. Let's be realistic here. America's intervention also saved other countries and put them on the path to development. Here's a list of countries: Poland, South Korea, Japan, and Germany. Botswana, South Korea, Japan. Also, more recently, we all saw the killings and annihilation that happened in Kosovo and how America intervention saved Kosovo. Would intervene to stop Islamic terrorists from killing Christians, as the Tinubu government has refused to take necessary action to save the situation. And to me, that is the right thing to do. The man who told us he would recruit 50 million Nigerian youth and feed them with agbado, corn and gari, you don't understand the gravity of the situation. On CPC, more scared for my fellow countryman that has failed to develop has helped the masses with all the natural resources, local looters and foreign looters. I really don't see a difference. Okay. We have good morning, Sage and Fuad. I want to start based on solid reasons, but because of the terrible record of the US with other countries they've labeled like us, and most especially because of this kind of person that Mr. Trump is, all of this is just might and bullying and nothing click, which purports to represent the American interest. The only thing I think may quickly weaken the excuse of the US for now is for major Christian organizations and denominations to stand up solidly behind the Nigerian government and debunk America's claim of exclusive US to invade. Okay, Adigo from Yanapaja. Hello. Hello.
Sage.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you, my dear. My name is Prince White. Calling you from this morning.
Okay.
You see, number one, we need assistance, we need help, like a country like America, like China, like Russia, and some of like France. Yes, bomb, the money, everything just like that, like a city country, like a drone. Want to know someone not come around? Telling Nigeria, I will save your country. It's a strong British government threatening America. So, by the way, we are a suffering country. If you want to assist Nigeria, you can just go with our president. I want to assist you. I want to do social thing. You can just that language alone. This one want to disunite Nigeria. If there's a problem between Christian and Muslims in this country, it is our enemy. That is just terrorism. Christian, terrorizing Muslim, terrorizing stranger. This statement, in fact, it's a slap. Mr. President talk to him as a president to president. This thing, you don't want, you want to do something, and you are not threatening me for coming to a unity card. That's not fishing. That we are doing that in Mr. President Trump don't want to see it. And they should take our matter to America. If something happens in Nigeria, tell us what to sort it out. They say, I like it to America. Who's America?
Thank you. Who is America?
The question here is there insecurity in Nigeria? Yes. Is there in Nigeria? Yes. What has government done about it? Nothing. Or less. Nigeria is openly negotiating with Boko Haram and bandits. The whole world has seen it. People have been killed. A lot of churches have been burned. Who are the killers? Even though Muslims have been killed, Christians have been killed, who are the killers? Who are the killers? No, American volunteers are coming to fight the killers. Why are we taking code? The code we have, the code we have, who are they? Are we using it? Is it reach me and you? The oil is reach me and you? We're not coming with a narrative like America is going to do this, the government is coming to that. The killing is too much and we need security. The government needs to sit up. Government is doing nothing or less about insecurity. In fact, this government present is not doing anything about insecurity. It doesn't even give speech. You don't do anything. You can just say, you can talk about it. But this government doesn't know anything about insecurity. So America is coming. So many things they're coming to destroy them. Destroy Nigeria how? Let the insecurity stop. Let them sit up. Good morning, ma.
All right, then. Have a beautiful day. Hello.
Hello, brother.
Good morning.
Morning, Alajiswa.
Yes.
Yeah, first of all, on the issue of Trump. You see, Nigerians will understand the ideology of Trump. Trump is a racist. And if you look at what is happening, even within his cabinet in America now, the black race, you know the way it's treating them. And it's after the interests of America and whatever you can grab for the benefits of America. And that is why Professor Wole Soyinka is against Trump, because of his barbaric behavior. Nigeria is a sovereign nation. You cannot just say you send ability, but at the same time, let's look at ourselves too. You see, we continue to say we need a kind of assistance. We cannot continue to waste money, on this insecurity, killing our soldiers and then, killing so many things. We should use that advantage. If you really want to help, look at what Saudi Arabia told us. He sent some list of people that the people behind Boko Haram and bandits, they send it to Nigeria. Guni is roaming about in Nigeria, which is mediating within this country and making, Nigeria on your.
You said he's going around the country. Mediation is not a crime. You know that, right?
Mediation is not a crime, but at the same time, he knew these people where they are.
Well, governors have also said, there are governors who have said they know where these people are. So should we also arrest these governors for what charge exactly?
Well, you see, Babalola, my own aspect is this. Elimination is what I'm saying about these terrorists and bandits. Because our soldiers cannot continue to say they repel. What is the meaning of repel? When you repel people, the person will come back again from America. America is a war power, economically and militarily. Everybody knows that. So that's the area I'm talking about. Nigeria is a sovereign nation. We cannot say we send military, but we need its assistance.
Right.
On the issue of the PD.
No, it's almost 3 minutes. I gave you extra time because I interfered. Hello.
Good morning. My name is Samuel. I'm calling from Kitu.
All right.
We should be conscious of the fact that the world is a global community now because of social media. They are aware of what is happening in Nigeria. I believe they are killing Muslim and Christians. But let me remind you, Deborah is a Christian. She was arrested by a religious group.
I'm saying she wasn't arrested, she was mobbed.
Yes, of course, and killed. Another woman that was a Christian that was operating canteen in Sokoto State. This very year, the woman was killed also. Was accused of blasphemy. Let's leave that apart. Let's talk about Benue State. It's a Christian-dominated state. America is aware of what is happening in Nigeria. Nigeria is a sovereign state, sovereign city, but you cannot protest. If people protest Nigeria, you decide as you decide for treasonable offense. It is in this Nigeria that a court will pronounce a judgment that court cannot interfere to the affair of a political party. Another court will make pronouncement that it to stop the singing on Mr. President's mandate, and Nigeria is a sovereign state.
All right.
God bless Nigeria. It's truly.
All right, we have property is a failed state. Nigeria is not at war, yet its citizens are slaughtered daily in their homes, farms, markets, and churches. Some communities have been wiped out and millions have fled their homes to IDPs, surviving without sufficient consent of President Trump for recognizing what we are passing through. Okay, Chukwu Kalu says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. Please, people that are saying that the U.S. is interested in our resources, how many of the so-called resources is an ordinary Nigerian benefiting from? Trump might be a disaster, no doubt, but it will take an external force to eliminate and reset the head of the terrorists and politicians, respectively. So be it. It's long overdue. Okay, Chukwu from M쏘ɪᴜᴅ. John Bernard says, in the north, he was playing politics with everything. You declare emergency in River State instead of states in the north. I heard he'll be going to the White House to meet J.D. Vance. Hope his own case will not be worse than that of Cyril Ramaphosa and Zelensky. Northern politicians should respect our circular constitution and do away with their Sharia and blasphemy laws. Francis Ekpenyong says, good morning, Sage and Fuad, Lady Mo, the entire Mainland FM crew. Whether it's genocide or ethnic cleansing or not, there is unabated killings nationwide. There are many Islamic terrorist groups in Nigeria. APC-led government seems helpless to Donald Trump's pronouncement. A reminder of those saying Trump cannot invade Nigeria. Tinubu wanted to invade Niger Republic. That's not how we... Okay. You say on PDP crisis, with Ƴesom Wike standing on one leg in PDP, a PDP would only have peace. We've always had security relationship with Niger Republic. They are our friends. I do remember that there was a time we had to lend them some of our foot soldiers to help them deal with issues in their place. So I wouldn't call it an invasion. It was a mutually agreed security arrangement for assistance. So it wasn't an invasion. So it's not like I just jumped over that comment and it becomes a whole thing. Anyways, we have Ifyok Johnny. Good morning, Madam Sage and mainland crew. God bless you real good for your work. My submission on Donald Trump, U.S. President on Nigeria's issue, is the step in the right direction. Also, a wake-up call for government of APC to stop playing propaganda with people's life, and they should stop feeling like the superpower that can just interfere. Please, Donald Trump should do the needful and stop the killing and corruption that's eating deep in our system. Femi Festus says, good morning. What it has landed us in now. This killing is a great concern. People are being killed like butterflies. Life in present Nigeria has no value. I pray we get it right. Benjamin Issa says, good morning, Sage. Whatever the US government is saying concerning killing of Christians in Nigeria, to me, is not what the Nigerian government should defend or argue about. All we need to do as a government is empower our military with all necessary empowerment and give them matching order to crush bandits, Boko Haram terrorists, and other killers of Nigerian people. And to seek for the US military is an example. Benjamin from Shogunle. And we have Olubayo who says, the US government knows what is doing as a nation. We just need to make peace reign and wants to help us fight terrorists. It's more complex than that. Joseph, it's a recent conundrum we found ourselves with Trump saying, well, there is a Christian genocide going on in Nigeria, and if we do not put a handle on this, we might see the agents of war coming in gun blazing, in his words, to annihilate these terrorists that are wreaking havoc and killing Christians. The government is saying it's not a Christian genocide. It's not exclusive to Christians. In fact, there are some governors in some states as well as some traditional rulers that would suffer the allowing Sharia laws to be implemented, especially on non-Muslims, amongst other things. More like an infringement on religious rights in the country. And so we're talking about all the many consequences that would be born out of this decision, or should I say this threat from the US. Then Trump is now trying to enter. The president is to meet with J.D. Vance, I think Tuesday, that's tomorrow. So let's see what the outcome of that conversation will be. We're also talking about the PDP, their internal crisis, and what remains of yes.
And this is the attention of the U.S. to Nigeria. It's a good direction, because the federal government is supposed to know that protecting lives and property is their first work in the office. They see it happening, not that they don't see it too. But if whether it is the genocide, as they call it, too, or massacre, or involving the Christian and Muslim, look at the numbers. And look at the people in the IDP camp, displaced people. You see, and government is not doing anything. They are just playing politics. What they are there for? If you are the president, you are supposed to make sure that no single Nigeria die in insecurity from now before election. That is what you're supposed to do now. You don't need to even go to US, because they had supporters. That supporters that will not see evil coming into their house. They will not even welcome evil in their house, thinking about it. But they will like it to happen to other people. Are we happy that our Nigerian citizens are dying on daily basis? That's a big crime. It's not good. Let us condemn what is bad. Condemn it outright. They're supporting bad things.
Thank you
Let
very
the government sit well and fight their fight.
Hello, morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Godman. All right, so definitely, I want to believe that there's a genocide going on. These people have more information than our Nigerian government is so secretive. Okay, look at the coup that they talked about, or what. Till now, they've not come out to tell us exactly what has happened. You hide things from your people who don't know what's going on. So, I mean, why do people now speculate? If you are not able to make it clear to your people and transparent and be accountable, then the government, remember what happened in NSAF? Do you remember? The government denied it. CNN took it up. And the truth is that people were massacred there. It's just now they're trying to admit. So I don't really trust this government, because they've not been transparent and playing with the people. People are being slaughtered like chickens. whether you say that Christians, that is more of Christians, and think they're not doing what they need to do, and God is raising up Donald Trump to make them go up on their feet to do what they need to do. I think I like that. So I think Nigerians should go and support. Anyhow, the help want to come, let it come. We've been crying out so much for too long. And if it's the only way that it has to go, then let it go. Let them come and assist us. And I'm not doing anything. So let if the Americans have to come in by themselves and deal with it, so be it. And let all this nonsense stop.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, morning.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
My name is Peter Usifo. I'm calling from Abaraja in Cotton. Concerning the PDP issue, I think PDP at the moment may not be able to be fully resuscitated. And I think WIKE is working towards that too. Then for America...
You sound almost excited about it.
You said?
You sound almost excited about the situation.
Yes, I sound excited because of my friend WIKE.
Okay.
That is just the person I have. Wherever he goes, I go. Never defected from PDP to any other place since he joined that party.
Wow.
So that is just look at that. Then concerning to America and Nigeria, America declaring Nigeria a country of that statement. It's either we are trying to play God in Nigeria, trying to, be very religious, or they are trying to carry our mineral resources, including our crude oil. So that is just that. We know that there's massacre, genocide. It should be well understood.
Right.
So, and then Donald Trump.
No, come on, let's be fair. Hello.
So, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Madam Ifi.
Welcome.
You see this Donald Trump, it's God that will bless him. When he was doing campaign, he said, anywhere there is any rights like in Nigeria now, therefore means that these people that are fighting us are foreigners. And they have to get rid of them. We have to move them away from our country so that they'll be peaceful that they're bombarding. It's a peaceful place. Because of that lecture and the posts they have there. They'll be telling you 1,500, 2,000. From where? To come and release us of all this nonsense. Look at what my president, when he came in, I had so much confidence in him. Because I feel in the middle belt there. And
Thank you very much. Thank you for your call. That's the last call we can actually take at this time. So let's finish with messages. I'm going to WhatsApp now. Good morning. I think Nigerians are overblowing the issue. Hold on a second. Overblowing the issue of America's planned intervention. The U.S. president said they will attack terrorists because the Nigerian government has failed. So why is that a problem? Has the Nigerian government shown political will to address the issue? Have they been speaking on the issue? No. Since Americans' announcement, have they been speaking? Suddenly, yes. So why is America our problem? Philip from Akomojo, again, this is very complex. Yes. Look at the Israel-Gaza situation. Israel had said that they were targeting Hamas. That was the plan after the October 4th situation. A civilian of the people who have died, 68,000 are ordinary Palestinians. They are not necessarily linked to Hamas per se. So in cases like this, how much control do you have when these interventions happen? That's the concern of people who are against it. If they say they're coming to bomb terrorists, what happens when there is civilian casualty as well? Where do we draw the line? When do we tell them to stop? Where do we tell them to fall back? How much control would we have on their operation? That's some of the concerns that are being raised about this intervention. Yeah, so I don't think it's black and white. We exist in the gray right now, honestly. But let's read messages further. It's your opinion. I respect it. Good morning, Sage. Serial motive, but that does not remove the fact that there's been so much targeted killing in Nigeria, which is heavily motivated by religion, whether we like it or not. America is not talking in isolation. They're very much on ground in Nigeria. They have a lot of facts about their claims of Christian genocide in Nigeria, responsible and responsive leadership. Something big is about to happen in Nigeria. Extreme leadership failure in Nigeria and the failure of Nigerians to act decisively. There are no saints and no heroes coming. Hello Mainland FM, it is quite unfortunate to see the level that our which ordinarily, if we have good leadership, would not have been better or greater than Nigeria. To me, I want President Tinubu to see the allegation on Christian genocide as raised by President Donald Trump as a wake-up call towards ensuring and protecting the lives of every citizen in the country. The invasion of a sovereign country by the U.S. is condemnable, but rendering of assistance in order to end the insecurity in the country is a welcome development as long as the intention is not to come and grab our natural resources. My suggestion as one of the ways to stop in the name of repentance Boko Haram. Finally, on the issue of the PDP, that the judge has given a court order halting the party's national convention. To me, the PDP's response that the court has been compromised cannot be thrown away because we all know that the judiciary has become a tool, allegedly, under this administration. I can tell you for free that the PDP will never get any favorable judgment until after the 2027 general election. Permit me to ask, should the court always intervene so much in party affairs? Temitope Notary from Jagmo community. Well, thank you for splitting the messages. See, we didn't have any problem reading the message. I'll read one more. Suddenly, the government now realized the killing after Trump placed Nigeria on CPC. Nigerians have been calling the government, but the government has turned a deaf ear. I support the Americans' call to save the country from this mass terrorism. This is a message from Kola, and we end the conversation on this note this morning. We have a lot of messages, and all I can say is we deeply apologize if we could not read your message. We spent a lot of time, talking about it and taking phone calls and all, but this is a conversation I'll continue for sure. Situation Room today, it will be a discuss. There's midweek politics as well. There's Global View, that's on Wednesday at 10:15 a.m. So this is a continuing conversation. There's still a lot of updates. We're waiting for the outcome of the meeting between the president and JD Vance. I think he's meeting JD Vance. If he's going to meet Trump as well, we don't know, but I think for now the conversation is supposed to be between himself and the VP Vance. But whatever the case may be, any update there is, we'll continue to give you the information. Thank you so much for your call. Thank you for proceed into the supposed U.S. intervention. My name is Sage Babalola. Let's take a break so we can go to Global View. Fuad and I will spend the next 10 minutes talking about what's going on outside the country, and there's a lot of things going on outside the country. And then at 10:15 we would have Mother and Child. Now for Mother and Child, we're going to play you a repeat of a conversation that we had with an analyst on it has become a global concern, and so particular episode that we had with Mrs. Rhoda on Mother